The Israeli army says it is expanding its operations in central Gaza, including 3 densely populated refugee camps. And the IDF's chief of staff has warned the war could continue for several more months. Trent Murray is in Tel Aviv tracking these details. So we're looking at these images, Trent, quite concerning, quite shocking, according to the World Health Organization. What more can you tell us about the Israeli military's latest maneuvers in Gaza?
Yeah, well, good morning, Marianne. The IDF is saying that in the past 24 hours, it has launched more than 200 strikes within the Gaza Strip as it looks to expand its military operations. But we know civilians do just continue to get caught in the crossfire of this fighting. The Hamas-run health ministry is saying this morning almost 21,000 people have now died and that the humanitarian situation is going from worse to worse. We understand there are now no hospitals operating in the north of Gaza. The IDF says it's now established full operational control in that part of the strip as it works its way south. But as it issues its evacuation orders, the UN is saying that it's just simply nowhere safe to go for civilians that are caught there. Even when those evacuation orders are issued, when people do move south, there is still strikes and heavy fighting around Khan Yunis and Rafah, right in the far south of the strip. We're also tracking this morning, Marianne, an incident in the West Bank. The IDF launched an anti-terror operation, as it described it, near the Nur Shams refugee camp in the northern West Bank. We understand that 6 Palestinians were killed in an airstrike during that raid. The Palestinian Red Crescent is saying that the 6 people that were killed were young men aged 16 to 29. The Al Jazeera network says they were just standing there watching the raid took place. The IDF denies that, saying those men opened fire and threw grenades at those troops, which is what resulted in that airstrike.
And we know, Trent, Israel's defense minister now says it's engaged in a multi-front war, and that's all amid ongoing fears of regional escalation. So what's the latest there?
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, many diplomats in this region are growing increasingly concerned that the arena of this conflict just seems to continue to expand. And the Defence Minister, Yoav Gallant, has effectively confirmed that, saying Israel is now fighting on 7 different fronts. Just to give you an idea of where all that is located, we've seen heavy skirmishes again today over the Lebanese border. Hezbollah has said it fired 17 rockets into the far north of Israel. The IDF has responded once again with a wave of airstrikes across southern Lebanon. We know, of course, there was that big airstrike in Damascus targeting an Iranian commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. Tehran reacting with fury to that, saying Israel will pay a very heavy price. And we can't forget about the Red Sea. The US Navy has said overnight it shot down 17 kamikaze drones and ballistic missiles which were fired from Yemen. You can see when you add all of that up why there is just growing concern that the room here for miscalculation or escalation, the room for that the risk of it is really growing, which is why those ceasefire talks are certainly increasing both here and across in the EU and the UN.
In Tel Aviv, thanks.